And now we go on to Daf Lamed Amud Beis v'Chachamim Osrim. And the Gemara later on is going to explain the machlokas between Rabbi Eliezer and Chacham Besanya. We learned it in Brisa, which quotes this halacha Rabbi Eliezer, that he should be mechaber the chaticha which he wants to make into challah with the chaticha, with the isa hatmeya through a third chaticha. However, in this brisa, it says that that third chaticha, which is the connector, the mechaberes beineim, has to be kibetza. Now that chaticha is going to contract tumah from the isa tmeya, and has a shear of a kibetza to be metame acherim. Is ein chaticha sherotza lasosa chala nitmeis benigiyasa kishi adayin chulin. The Savrua, the Bnei Yeshiva understood she'idi ve'idi. Both the Mishnah and this Brisa are talking about be'isa that contracted tumah of an avatum from an avatum, and therefore it became a rishon l'tumah. Bechulin hatvulin lechala lo kechala damu. And when you have chulin and he wasn't mafresh chala yet, even though the chaticha will eventually become chala, it's not like chala. It doesn't have the same dinim of chala, which received tuma even from a sheni become a shlishi like truma. But rather it has a din of tevel, or I should say the din of this tevel is ke'isas chulin. Is my laba hakamiflagi? Shouldn't we explain the machlokas between Rabbi Eliezer and the Chachamim in the following way? The Marsa, Rabbi Eliezer holds ein sheni osa shlishi bechulin, and therefore even this chaticha that is the emtzai, it's the means, can become a sheni l'tuma, and if it has the shir roy l'tuma, it's not metame the chaticha sherotza lasosa chulin. And therefore, when he's mafresh it before he's korashem, it's mafresh chala b'tara. Umar savar sheni osa shlishi. But the Chachamim hold, like Rabbi Akiva, that sheni makes a shlishi l'tum b'chulin, and therefore the chaticha in the middle, which is a sheni l'tum, is going to be metami the chaticha that he wants to make into chala and make it into a shlishi l'tum. So then he's giving the Kohen chala tmeya. And the Kohen is going to assume he's giving it b'cheskas shi tahora. So therefore, the Chachamim prohibit to be mafresh chala from an isa tahora on a tmeya. So the machlokas between Rabbi Eliezer and Chachamim is that Rabbi Eliezer holds ein sheni osa shlishi b'chulin. But now the Gemara is going to quote a different formulation of the machlokas between Rabbi Eliezer and Chachamim. Amar of Mori, Breder of Kahana. Let's reject this. Kuli Alma ain't Sheni also Shlish L'Chulin. Even the Chacham agree that Sheni can't make a Shlish L'Chulin. But here in this brisa, Bechulin Atfulin Lechalaka Miflagi. You have an Isa that's obligated in Chala. He wasn't mafresh it yet. And here's where the Machlok between Rabbi Eliezer and Chachamim applies. Marsav going Chachamim, since the chaticha from which he's osidlis kadesh b'kedushas chala kechala dami, it's already the entire Isas chulin has kaviyachol the kedusha of kedushas chala, and it can be kama shlishi l'tuma like chala and truma, even though chulin would not be mekabel tumah. So therefore, he cannot be mafresh lechala v'tara bin amukov, because when they come together, the isa tmeya and the tahora, and we're saying now there's a chaticha v'shir beitza, so nitmeis hachaticha shirotza lasos chala. Umar Rabbi Eliezer is of the opinion that when an Isa is obligated in Chala, even though it's Asid Lahotzi Menu Chala, Lo Kechala Damu, it has the status of Chul, and it doesn't become a Shlishi. And therefore, even when he puts that Chaticha, which is Kibetza, in the middle, it's not Mitami the Chaticha that he wants to make into Chala, because that Chaticha has a status of Chulin, which cannot become a Shlishi. Another possible way of explaining the Machlokes is the Kuli Alma, whether it's Rabbi Eliezer or the Chacham, Chulin Atvulin Lechala, Lav Kechala Dom. And therefore, the status of the Isa, which has been dedicated for Chala, is Chulin. And the Ein Sheni Osa Shlishi B'Chulin. Everybody agrees. So what is the Machlokes? Is b'mutar ligrom tuma l'chulin b'Eretz Yisrael kam mifligim. Rabbi Eliezer and the Chacham are debating whether a chaticha, right, this chaticha emtsois that we call, which is connecting the two isos, is mar. So Rabbi Eliezer holds we don't have to worry about the fact that the chaticha emtsois became tamei, because he's doing it for the purpose of afroshas chala b'tara. And mutar ligrom tuma l'chulin sheb'Eretz Yisrael. Umar Saba, the Chacham disagree. Even for the purpose of afrashas chala b'tara, also ligrom truma l'chulin sheb'Eretz Yisrael. So that's a whole different shot. I mean, according to the Maskana, even the Chacham that reject Rabbi Eliezer, they hold that a sheni cannot make a shlishi l'chulin. However, once again, Rav doesn't mention the name of these Chacham because we don't know who they are. They're anonymous Chacham. Now, the Mishnah established that Bo Bayom Darish Rabbi Akiva, and he derived the halacha of Tchumen as a Doraisa halacha from the parsha of Ir Migrash in Arei Halaviyah. However, Rabbi Eliezer, the son of Rabbi Yossi Haglili, says that the pasuk is only telling you to give Leviim alpayim amachutz le'areim for the purpose of sodos and krum. B'maikar miflagi, Mar Savar Rabbi Kiva holds tchumen doraisa, that to go beyond the bounds, the outer bounds of the city on Shabbos 2,000 am is prohibited. And we derive the shear of Alpayim Amma from the Ari Levin. And therefore, according to Rabbi Akiva, as a Doraisa, there's an Isa Doraisa. If somebody goes out 2,000 Amma beyond the city limits, then he's going to be Chayav Malchus. Umar Sava, but according to Rabbi Eliezer, the Isa of going Chutz L'Tchum is only D'Rabbanan. And therefore, if somebody goes chutz l'tchum, he doesn't get malchus doraisa as if he violated a law. Now, the Mishnah told us Rabbi Kiva and Rabbi Nechemia disagree about how exactly Shiras Hayam went about. Torah Rabbanon, Bo Bayom, on the day that Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah became appointed as the Nasi Darish Rabbi Kiva. They had the emotional motivation to recite Shira on this great nest. V'keitzad Amar Shira, right? It says Oz Yashir Moshe, etc. Is Kigadol Hamakre Es Ha'Halef. It's like a gadol who's chayav in mitzvahs, and in the Beis HaKnesses he becomes the shots, and he recites Hallel on behalf of everyone else. Ve'hein, and the kahal onin achrov rashi prakim. In other words, on each pasuk they would respond by saying Hallelujah, which is the beginning of Hallel. Moshe would open up his shira and he would say Ashir Lashem Ve'hein, and Bnei Yisrael would respond Omrim Ashir Lashem. Moshe Amar Kigoga, So it was responsive reading throughout the entire Shira. Rabbi Elazar ben Osha, Rabbi Yosef Glili Omer, he says that the Shira Sayam recited by Bnei Yisrael was recited together with Moshe. Kikatan Amakri Es Hahala. So Katan is not a bar chiyuv mitzvahs, and he'll recite the Hallel in Tzibur, and the Katan will say one pasuk, and the Tzibur respond with the next pasuk. Now, a Katan cannot be motzi others in Kriyas HaHallel. Therefore, they have to read together with him, word for word, the entire Hallel. And that's exactly the way Bnei Yisrael responded to Moshe's initiative in the Shira. Moshe Amar Shil Hashem, Heim Omrim Shil Hashem. Moshe Amar Ki Gogo, Heim Omrim Ki Gogo. Rab Nechemia Omer, Kis Sofer Apores Al Shma. A sofer is a malamed tinokos, and it begins with the brachos of Kriya Shema b'beis hakneses. Shu poseach tchila ve'nonim achru. So he begins by saying Birchas Yotzer Or, and they respond, and they read as one the entire Seder HaBroch. Now he adds here a comment. He says, "V'eino machavnim lotzeis b'shmiya bilvad," and that's the case of Poris Alashma. And so too in Shira Hayam, Moshe would begin the Shira, and the people had Ruach HaKodesh, and they said it as the lashon of the Shira until its end. B'maiko miflagi. Rabbi Kiva Sover Lemar, it says Vayomru Lemar is Amilsa Kamaisa, that the entire Shira that Bnei Yisrael responded to, they would say Ashir Hashem, like Moshe Rabbeinu, and that's called Lemar. Rabbi Elazar no Shel Rabbi Yosef Sovar. How does he interpret Lemar? Is Hakol Milsa, that on each Dibur and Dibur that came out of the mouth of Moshe, Klal Yisrael would repeat after him, responsive reading. And they would say the same thing that Moshe said. That's Lemon. Rabbi Nechemia Sover, what's Vayomru? And Vayomru in plural refers to both Moshe and Yisrael. The Omer Kula B'Aliyah, they all recited the Shira simultaneously. So what's Lemar? The Pasach Moshe Bereisha. Moshe began reciting the Shira, and then everyone together recited the Shira. Toner Rabbanon, Dorash, Rabbi Yossi Aglu, B'Shosh Olu Yisrael Menayam, Noslu Eineim Lomar Shira. The Ketzad Amru Shira is Olel, which is an infant, and he's already weaned. Umutal birkei imo, right? He doesn't need his mother. V'tinok yonek vishtei imo, and a katan who's still nursing. Kevan sharoas hashchina, they saw the gili of shchina. Olel hagviat savaro. V'tinok shomat dad mipiv. V'amru zeh kelim yaveyu. So this was the first time that they recognized Hashem, and Hashem revealed himself in he's saying the following. Zeh kelim yaveyu means that already at the beginning of their lives, when they were first born back in the Sotah, HaKadosh Baruch Hu revealed himself in Mitzrayim. Shenemar mipi olim v'yonkim yisadet ha'oz. And we're going to interpret this pasuk as referring to Shiras Hayam, that mipi ha'olalim ve'yonkim nosta beruach hakodesh hashira. So this is called Oz. And Oz is also in the pasuk at the beginning of the Shira. Oz, Oziv Zimras Ka. Rabbi Meir Omer B'nayin Shafilu Ubrin Shebimei Iman Amru Shima. Even the fetus in its mother's womb recited Shira Shenemar. It says in Tehillim. And here we turn to Daf Lamed Aleph. B'makelos Baruch Elokim Hashem Makar Yisrael. And the Makar is referring to the womb of a mother. And b'makelos, when Klal Yisrael got together al Yam, and they were Mevarech Hashem and Meshabeach Hashem, even those who were still in Bet and Iman, which is called Makar Yisrael, they also participated in the Shira. They were inside their mother's womb. They couldn't see the Gili Shechina. Rav Tanchum Keres Nasalem Kaspaklaria Meira. The belly of their mother became like a transparent piece of glass. And they were able to see the Shechina. Okay, then, so this is where we'll stop on Daf Lamed Aleph Amud Aleph. So let me take this opportunity to wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And we'll see each other, Mitzvah Shem, Uli Neder, and Yom Rishon.